Let's be honest. There's something dangerously attractive about older men. And no, it's not just the salt and pepper hair or the expensive watch. Younger women often find themselves drawn in, and they don't always know why. But trust me, there's a very real, very psychological reason. Today, I'm going to break down exactly why older men attract younger women. And the reasons go way beyond the surface. Some of these truths will make perfect sense. Others might make you a little uncomfortable. But by the end of this video, you'll understand the real pull and why it's so hard to resist. And here's the twist. You'll also learn how men can amplify this effect without pretending to be something they're not. Let's be honest, there's something dangerously attractive about older men. And no, it's not just the salt and pepper hair or the expensive watch. Younger women often find themselves drawn in, and they don't always know why. But trust me, there's a very real, very psychological reason. Today, I'm going to break down exactly why older men attract younger women, and the reasons go way beyond the surface. Some of these truths will make perfect sense. Others might make you a little uncomfortable. But by the end of this video, you'll understand the real pull and why it's so hard to resist. And here's the twist. You'll also learn how men can amplify this effect without pretending to be something they're not. Reason number 1, they radiate emotional stability. Younger men often chase excitement. Older men, they radiate calm. It's in the way they walk, talk, and handle challenges. Emotional stability tells a woman, I'm not going to be a storm in your life, I'm going to be the safe harbor. This is primal because stability signals protection. And yes, whether we admit it or not, women are wired to be drawn to that. When a crisis hits, younger men might panic or overreact. An older man? He's seen it before. He doesn't just handle problems, he makes them disappear quietly. That kind of steady presence is like a drug to a woman who's tired of emotional roller coasters. Reason number 2, they're less desperate for approval. Older men usually aren't glued to their phones waiting for a text back. They're not trying to impress every woman in the room. This detachment is magnetic. Why? Because it flips the dynamic. He's not chasing her, so she starts wondering how to get him. It's Dark Psychology 101. Scarcity increases value. While younger guys are posting thirst traps on social media and counting likes, an older man might not even check his phone for hours. He's busy living his life. And that indifference? It drives women wild. Suddenly, she's the one initiating conversations, trying to capture his attention. Reason number 3, their confidence comes from experience, not ego. Confidence from experience is different. It's earned. Older men don't need to boast about their success. They've lived it. They've made mistakes, recovered, and kept moving forward. That kind of confidence isn't loud. It's felt. And when a woman feels it, she sees a man who can handle life. And her. And trust me, women can sense the difference between fake confidence and the real thing instantly. A 25-year-old might tell you about his plans to conquer the world. A 45-year-old has already conquered his corner of it, and he doesn't need to announce it. His confidence whispers instead of shouts, and that quiet power is absolutely magnetic. Reason number 4, they understand women better. This is huge. Younger guys often guess what women want. Older men, they've learned. They pick up on subtle body language cues, they know when to give space, and they understand the rhythm of attraction. A younger woman talking to an older man often feels seen, and that's intoxicating. He notices when she's stressed before she even mentions it. He knows the difference between when she wants advice and when she just wants to be heard. This emotional intelligence isn't taught. It's earned through years of actually paying attention to women instead of just trying to impress them. Reason number 5, they control the pace. An older man doesn't rush. He's not desperate to lock things down in 2 weeks. He lets things unfold slowly, deliberately. This builds anticipation. It's the same reason suspense movies are more addictive than action-packed ones. You want to see what happens next. While a younger man might be pushing for exclusivity after 3 dates, an older man is content to let the tension build. He understands that the best things in life are worth waiting for, and that anticipation itself is a powerful aphrodisiac. Reason number 6. They have direction and purpose. Purpose is sexy, and older men often know exactly what they're doing with their lives. Even if they're still working toward their goals, they're not lost. They're building something, and women are drawn to that sense of direction. It signals that a man won't get swept away by every distraction, that he's solid. An older man doesn't change his career path every 6 months or chase every new trend. He's building something lasting, whether it's a business, a legacy, or simply a life he's proud of. That stability is incredibly attractive to women who are tired of men who can't even decide what they want for dinner. Reason number 7. They've mastered social presence. Walk into a room with an older man who knows himself, and you'll feel it. He's not the loudest, but people notice him. He doesn't compete for attention, yet he gets it anyway. This calm dominance is deeply attractive. It tells women, I'm in control, even without trying. And yes, sometimes this presence alone can outshine a man half his age with twice the energy. He doesn't need to be the center of attention because he's comfortable being himself. When he speaks, people listen, not because he's demanding it, but because he's earned that respect. That quiet authority is intoxicating. Reason number 8. They tap into the protector-provider instinct. Biologically, women are wired to seek out men who can protect and provide. Now, this doesn't mean rich or physically huge. It means capable, resourceful, reliable. An older man often naturally projects this because he's had years to prove, to himself and to the world, that he can survive and thrive. He's the man who can handle a flat tire without calling roadside assistance, who can negotiate a better deal without breaking a sweat, who makes problems disappear before they become real issues. That competence is deeply attractive on a primal level. Reason number 9. They aren't afraid of depth. While younger guys might shy away from deeper conversations, older men dive in. They're not scared to talk about life, values, mistakes, and lessons. This depth builds intimacy faster than flashy compliments or trendy clothes ever could. An older man has lived through enough to have real stories, real wisdom, and real perspective. He's not afraid to be vulnerable about his failures because he's learned from them. That authenticity creates a connection that goes far beyond surface-level attraction. Reason, number 10. They offer a different energy. Younger women sometimes seek older men simply because it feels different. Less drama, less chaos, more clarity. It's like choosing a fine glass of aged wine over a cheap cocktail. It's not just about taste, it's about the experience. With an older man, there's less game playing, less uncertainty, and more straightforward communication. He says what he means and means what he says. After dealing with men her own age who communicate through memes and mixed signals, this directness is refreshing. Reason, number 11. They've developed genuine self-knowledge. Here's something most people don't talk about. Older men usually know themselves. They've had decades to figure out what they like, what they don't like, and what they stand for. This self-awareness is incredibly attractive because it means less confusion, less second-guessing, and more authentic connection. A younger woman doesn't have to wonder who he really is beneath the surface. He's comfortable showing her. That authenticity is rare and precious. Reason. 12. They understand the art of mystery. Counterintuitively, older men often reveal less about themselves initially, not because they're hiding something, but because they understand the power of gradual revelation. They don't dump their entire life story on the first date or post every thought on social media. They maintain an air of intrigue that keeps women wanting to know more. This mystery isn't manufactured, it's natural. They have rich inner lives, complex histories, and layers that can be slowly uncovered over time. Dark Psychology Insight: Why the Age Gap Feels Forbidden and Exciting. Here's where it gets interesting. Part of the attraction is the forbidden element. Society has opinions about age gaps, and the more taboo something feels, the more our brains amplify the excitement. It's the same reason people crave what they're told they can't have. The secrecy adds heat. This forbidden aspect triggers something primal in both parties. For the woman, she's breaking societal rules and choosing based on pure attraction rather than social expectations. For the man, he's being chosen for who he truly is, rather than fitting into some predetermined mold. The power dynamic that creates attraction. Let's address the elephant in the room. Power dynamics play a role here. But it's not what most people think. It's not about money or status, though those can be factors. It's about the power that comes from self-possession, from knowing who you are and being comfortable with it. When a woman meets a man who isn't trying to prove anything to anyone, including her, that confidence creates a magnetic pull. She finds herself wanting to earn his approval rather than the other way around. The silent danger. For men who don't understand this. Older men who attract younger women often make one mistake. They try to act younger to keep up. Ironically, this kills the attraction. The real power is in embracing the contrast. Be the man she can't get from her own generation. That's the point. And here's the best part. This has nothing to do with pretending. It's about leaning into your truth. The moment an older man starts using younger slang, dressing like someone half his age, or trying to keep up with the latest trends, he loses the very thing that made him attractive in the first place: his authenticity. The biological component. Most people ignore. There's also a biological element at play that few people discuss openly. Women's attraction patterns are influenced by evolutionary psychology in ways that go deeper than conscious thought. An older man represents genetic diversity, life experience, and survival skills that have been tested by time. On a subconscious level, this registers as attractive because it suggests strong genetic material and the ability to protect and provide for offspring. This isn't conscious decision-making. It's hardwired biology that influences attraction in subtle but powerful ways. Why this knowledge is powerful, but should be used responsibly. Understanding these dynamics gives older men a roadmap for authentic attraction, but it comes with responsibility. The goal isn't manipulation or taking advantage of anyone. It's about understanding what makes you naturally attractive and leaning into those qualities authentically. A truly attractive older man doesn't use his age and experience to control or manipulate. He uses them to create genuine, meaningful connections based on mutual respect and authentic attraction. So, why do younger women go for older men? It's not just looks, it's not just money. It's the combination of stability, experience, mystery, and confidence that makes them magnetic. It's knowing who you are and not apologizing for it. It's about being the calm in the storm, the steady hand in chaos, the authentic voice in a world full of noise. When an older man truly understands his value and embraces his authentic self, complete with his experience, his wisdom, his scars, and his stories, he becomes irresistible not because he's trying to be, but because he simply is. If you found this eye-opening, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And when you're done here, check out my other videos for more wisdom and truths about attraction and dating psychology, especially the ones most people don't dare talk about, because once you understand the real reasons, you'll never see relationships the same way again. The truth is, attraction isn't always politically correct. It's not always fair, but it is real, it is powerful, and it is primal. And now you know exactly why.